Hi guys, welcome back to Urban Rhino Tutorials. On this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to turn a table runner into a wall tapestry with a pocket and tassels. So I purchased this big long table runner at Hobby Lobby, I believe last year, and I kept thinking I'm going to do something with that. I really like the print. So I bought it and this finally came to mind to do. So what I'm going to be doing is essentially cutting it into about a 2 foot 20 inches to 24 inch strip, and then we're going to wrap it around a dowel on one end. So we'll curl one end around a dowel. The other side we're going to fold up like a pocket, and then we'll hang some tassels off of it. And with the dowel rod, you'll be able to hang it, and it'll be really cute. So to start, we want to determine, actually it's still attached here with the little tags. I feel it. Where'd it go? All right, so because this is woven, it will start to unravel if you're not careful, so you need to keep that in mind. I am going to make this so that like I said, that there's gonna be a pocket, and then at the top, we'll have this part here, the dowel. I'm way off screen here. I have my camera always set so close for all my fine, jewelry making and stuff like that. And then sometimes when I do these really big pieces, it's harder to see. So bear with me. Hopefully you can see it for the most part. So we will trim it down. Still fishing these little pieces off of here. And I think I'm gonna use this line right here as a guide. We'll wrap it around, hot glue it. So you do need to make sure you have a hot glue gun and some really sharp scissors. Fabric scissors would be ideal. And we'll kind of go from there. So to begin, we will start with trimming the fabric. Just like that, and we'll move this part out of the way because we're not done with it. In a later tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use a very similar material that are also placemats, not table runners, but placemats, and how to turn those into pillows. So let me get all that out of the way. Now that we have that part done, we are going to hot glue it over like this. We're gonna roll it up. Actually, let's do it the other way. That makes more sense, so you don't see it. And I'm gonna make sure that my dowel is positioned right where I want it. And this is an 18-inch dowel. Okay. I'm gonna start in the middle. And you could, sew this if you prefer. I'm all about the hot glue guns. It's funny because even though I studied fashion design and I can certainly sew, I'm all about making things easy too. Not everyone knows how to sew. Not everyone has access to a sewing machine. So most people have a hot glue gun. And in my opinion, if you can't tell, then why does it matter, So hot glue it is. If you did want to sew it, and especially like the pockets that we're gonna make, are the one big pocket, you could use some of the really thin yarn and a really large needle and sew along the side and this pocket here, or obviously you could, yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to hand sew it. You can't run this through a machine. It's just way too thick. You might not be able to tell from the video, but it is definitely thick. So we're gonna get that wrapped. And while I'm doing this, if you have any questions or comments, make sure you drop a comment, question, whatever below. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you see. And as always, subscribe to our channel. Let me finish this side here. Okay. So what we're gonna do at this point is a couple things. So I want to have obviously a string that we will hang this from, so we can hang it up, you know, hang it on the wall. So now we've got that. That is secure. Got this one string running here that's driving me crazy. We want to hot glue the pocket. So we'll do that on each side here. We're gonna put some tassels at the bottom. These little pre-made tassels. And then I'm also going to put a couple wood beads on each side of this just to kind of finish this off. So let's start with the string. So we have a good way to tie this on. And all I'm doing is just tying it in a knot. This will, putting the little wood beads on, like hot gluing them to the end, will also keep the string from falling off the end. So tie it, trim it, make it however long you want, and tie the other side. Make sure I'm on the screen. Okay. So again, we're tying this in a knot. That time I didn't even tie it, I just twisted it. There we go. One more. So usually I triple knot these just to make sure that they're secure. Trim off the excess. Put a little drop of glue there if you want to hold it in place. Like I said, the little wood bead on the end will keep it from sliding off too. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the wood bead on the end. So I just have these beads. I'm gonna put some glue on the end. And just press that bead. All right, we have our string that everything's gonna hang from here. We have our little bead on each side. We've got a couple more steps. So we're going to hot glue each side here so that it's a pocket. And this would be super cute, like to hang like a plant out of. So that's probably what I'll do. So when you see the cover photo of this video, I'm guessing that's what I have on there. You know, I make these tutorials and then I take the picture after, so sometimes I don't always know exactly how I'm gonna style the picture. So I'm going close to about halfway is where I've got it folded, and I'm going to get that big glob of hair I'm using this, let's see. I'm trying to decide how far I want to go. Okay, I'm using this line on the design right here as my guide. So that's where I want to fold it so that it's even on both sides. And I'm just being generous with the glue. And press it down. Like this. And I'm going to do the same to the other side. Okay. Hobby Lobby, in the, you know, going into the spring, they always have a lot of really, really cute home and like outdoor entertaining type things, and there are so many different placemats and runners. Like this is another one. This is one I'm going to make into a pillow. But see, these are, that's a placemat. Like how cute will that be as a pillow? But they have so many different ones, and I always see them and I think I've got to be able to do something with these. So here we go. So I'm going to glue this side. And I'm gonna make sure it's even. Get another glue stick in there. I don't know if your hot glue gun is as gross looking as mine, but that's what happens when you make a lot of stuff. Alrighty. So we have our little pocket made. Nice and glued together. Again, if you wanted to, you could use a gray or a cream or even this pink thread or like a really thin yarn and stitch around the edge if you wanted to, you know, have that look instead of doing the hot glue gun. But you know what? The hot glue gun worked just fine. So now we've got our little pocket that's created here that I'll put a plant hanging out of. And the last thing that we want to do is add our tassels. So I'm going to put some tassels hanging off the bottom down here. And I have 5. And what I'm going to do, and I'm thinking that these will stay just fine. So I have these, you know, these wood beads still. And if I push them through and take a needle or some pliers or something, and pull them, yeah, like I thought. So I am gonna put a little drop of glue just to make sure that it's secure. And then I'm actually, for this particular one, you could do one of two things. You could glue them in place. I'm actually going to run a piece of my string, wherever it is, through it to make sure that it's on really well. So I'm gonna go through and put my little beads on my tassels. So I'm slipping the bead on, putting a little drop of glue and just kind of pushing it up, but I want to make sure that there's enough of the tassel sticking out that I have something to be able to run my cord through and then attach it like this. I'm getting little hot glue strings everywhere. So again, we're gonna push this through like that. Glue, push the bead back up a little, let it dry. So let me repeat with these other 3 real quick. Okay, now that I have the tassels done with the little beads, I'm ready to connect them. That is the final step. So I'm taking a piece of my really skinny yarn and I'm going to thread it through a very large needle. And I've got about 4 feet of this yarn. I pulled my needle halfway and I'm gonna make a little knot at the end so my yarn is doubled over. So just like that. And I'm going to trim off the excess. And then all I'm gonna do is go through my first tassel, and I'm gonna decide where I want this. So I want it to go in just a little bit. I don't want it to be completely on the end. And I'm just going to, this is gonna be really simple. So I'm gonna go through the cord, or I'm sorry, I'm gonna go through the tapestry here, what was a table runner, just like that. I just stitched through it like twice. I'm gonna go back again so that I can kind of hide this long cord on the back, and I'm gonna go over to where I want my next one to go, which is gonna be right at the pink. And I'm gonna stick my needle through here. So see, I'm doing one long continuous piece and you can't see it there. And then I'm going through my next tassel. Like that. And then we'll go again through the tapestry, back down, because I always want to make sure when I'm moving on to the next one that the cord or the yarn here is more at the back. So now I'm at the very center. Going through this tassel. Again, through here, back down, so the cord is in the back, and let me finish up the other two real quickly. Okay, so I'm to the very last one now, and all I need to do is take the cord, the string, I keep wanting to call it cord, the yarn, and I've got it on the back side here, and I'm just gonna poke it through, not all the way through to the front. And when you do that, you wanna do it a couple times. So if I poke through like this, if I take my cord and wrap it around the needle one time and pull it, it's going to make a knot. So I'm gonna do that a couple times. Like that. And then I can trim off the excess. And you have a really cute wall tapestry that could be used as a planter, which is what I'm going to use it for. You'll be able to see the full picture of this here in a minute. I know it's not completely on the screen. And you can use it really for anything, whatever you want to stick in there. I actually thought it would be really cute if you put it in a kid's room and had like a couple little stuffed animals, like a teddy bear or something hanging out of it. It might be really cute too. So again, if you liked this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching, guys.